A lot of runners think that strength training either makes you too bulky and slow, or it's just for injury prevention. But when you get it right, strength training can actually make you faster. I'll talk you through why later on in this video. Also, I'll break down exactly how I use the gym to help myself and the guys that I coach run faster 5Ks, hit half marathon PBs, finish stronger in races, and all whilst looking shit hot and staying bulletproof. First, it's Wednesday for my week en route to the sub 19 5K and building my strength numbers to, so I'm aiming for 1.5 times bodyweight bench press, 2 times bodyweight back squat, and a 2.5 times bodyweight deadlifts. Got deadlifting upper body day today, so follow me, let's get in the gym and I'll take you through what I'm doing. I've been getting a little pain in the arse recently. The left arse cheek, just from all the running. Seems quite muscular. And I was chatting to Con, who works in the gym here earlier. Very good rehab specialist. And we looked at my external rotation at the hip. So the pigeon stretch, really. And my left hip, you can feel it there. My left hip is way tighter than it never used to be. I think that's what's causing it. So what I'm gonna do now, just to release it a bit, is a little bit of spiky ball work, I call it. It's horrible. A little bit of soft tissue. So get it into that external rotation, put the ball there, and then just hit that spot, which is pretty bloody spicy. The way to go with this, to really down-regulate the nervous system and desensitize, is a bit of contract and relax and using the breath for it as well. So big inhale, contract onto the ball, exhale, and relax onto it for a few seconds. Do that for a few rounds and hopefully things will be in a much better spot. Gonna get onto the last bit of my session. Session 1 of the day done. Been trialing out more double days recently with the coach that I have. At first, it felt tough. Very, very tired the day after. 5 weeks in now, and it seems to be that my body is tolerating it in a much better way. So that's good. Things are rolling. Strength is building, which is, what the goal is. So things are working. Now, I'm going to take you through why strength training can be really, really powerful and helpful for not only getting you faster, looking better, staying more injury-free whilst running, which is what we want, right? And when you build strength, especially in your lower body and your core, in those key areas, your stride and every step you take becomes more powerful and more efficient so that you can go faster with the same or even less effort. And this is called your running economy, if you didn't know. And I'm going to use this graph here, which should pop up to the side of my screen now, hopefully, if I can edit well, to explain why that is. And so you've got what we call the force velocity curve. And at the bottom of the curve, so bottom right, you've got higher speed, higher velocity movements, which generally you get slightly less power out of. And then the top of the curve, you've got your strength movements, which are generally slower, but you can generate a lot more force. When you run, it's very much a plyometric, bouncy movement. So you're down the bottom end, bottom right end of the curve. It's more velocity based, but often runners neglect this top half, the strength, the force. But if we learn and develop our body so that we can produce more force with the same or less effort, that's going to help propel you forwards more efficiently every single step. So it's going to make you faster. Not only that, doing a bit of strength work can help you build muscle, so you can look better in speedos on the beach if you want. And the final point I'm going to make on this before we crack on is that the stronger you are, the less energy, less effort, like I said, you need to take each step, which then delays fatigue. So you can push a little harder for a bit longer and then PB your races in that sense. Now I'm gonna head off, grab some food, get the carbs in. Double day, so carbs are really, really important for that, to recover and refuel between sessions. Let's go get some food and then I will talk you through which specific exercises are gonna give you the most bang for your buck when you are getting into strength training or balancing and pairing strength training and running. We're back in the gym. It's actually Thursday, so the next day. Didn't end up doing my double day because A, the arse was hurting a little bit, and B, family were over, so we went and actually watched Stevie Wonder in the park, which was great. So today's going to be my rest day, recovery day, but I've made it as my run interval day, so we're going to do that after this. I wanted to show you and talk you through the principles, really. Principles of movements that are going to give you the most bang for your buck when it comes to training for running and building strength, speed, to essentially make you a better, faster runner. If you can see the board, hopefully you can. Might not be able to. I'll put a screen up anyway. Number one is plyometrics. So things like single leg hops, pogos, bounds, jumps, all these things can be really, really powerful to help build power and speed, alongside giving yourself and your ankles and your connective tissue around there a really good stimulus to build a lot of stiffness, to build a lot of strength, so that you can be more injury resilient. Second one, we've got lower body max strength, bilateral, so double leg things like your squats, your deadlifts. Those are the two main ones that I go for, because you can really, really build these and get them to high weights, high intensities, so that you can build that max strength, which is going to help you produce more force, get faster with every stride and step. Third one, we've got unilateral lower body strength. Really good one that I like for this, that I'm doing at the moment in my training, is reverse barbell split squats, or reverse lunges, sorry, because they carry over slightly more to running, being unilateral in nature, as running is. And it also helps you develop and build balance, stability. And one big thing with these is that it helps you balance out any big asymmetries in strength between either side. Doesn't matter too much, you're human, we're all gonna have asymmetries, but if your, say, your left leg strength is a lot less, say more than 20% than your right leg, then that's when some things can go pear-shaped. So really using this to balance that out and also build unilateral strength is huge. Fourth one, we've got hamstring work. I love for this, two movements I love for this are RDLs, because you get that hamstring in a really long range. And also, if you've got it in your gym, a seated hamstring curl machine. Number 5, don't know what that is in Spanish. Number 5, we've got some lateral lunges. This is a movement that's very often neglected with everyone who uses the gym. So it's key to get it in, especially with regards to staying strong and injury-free when running, is moving in a slightly different plane of motion. So laterally as opposed to forward and back, like we usually do. And for the lateral lunges, one that I really like for simplicity, goblet lateral lunges. Just grab a dumbbell, kettlebell, and you're good to go. The reason these are really great is because you can get your hip into a lot of flexion. You can get real deep down there. It works your adductor inside of your leg, and also your glutes in a slightly different way, a bit more glute medius. Number 6, got some core stability and rotation. We also want to hit the core in flexion and extension as well. The reason I've put these in particular is because I think they're not more important, it depends on you, but for the majority of the guys that I coach and runners that I train, these two are going to be key and have the most bang for your buck. Every step we take, we're generally rotating the spine a little bit, and we're also flexing laterally slightly. And so 2 key movements that I like for this are going to be the Copenhagen plank, because you're working that stability, stopping it from flexing the spine, which builds strength in that way, alongside getting your adductors strong as well, the inside of your leg, because the groins take a battering. And then rotation. like I said, every step slightly rotating that spine. So if you can get stronger in that position, you're going to keep your spine healthy, and you're going to be able to produce a little bit more force and power through every step you take. I'm fucking off the whiteboard because I don't even think you can see it. Number 7, there's 2 more. Ankle and calf work as an accessory, because yes, your calves take a lot of load every time you step, especially when you're sprinting, a lot. And I like 2 positions for this. So one is with the straight knee, get a bit more stretch on the calf, your gastroc. And another variation is a bent knee calf raise. And this slightly emphasizes a little bit more of your soleus, so that lower calf muscle that attaches to your heel, essentially. And again, key injury site, one to really work on and get strong. And lastly, of course, can't forget a bit of upper body work, because not that it transfers as much as lower body work towards running. Yes, single arm rows, dumbbell rows with a bit of rotational work can, because you still use your arms when you run, but it's a lot less of a contributing factor. However, we do still want to train it because we want to keep some structural and strength balance across the whole body, so that you don't end up being out of balance and that being so large that injuries crop up. Plus, if you're anything like me and the guys that I coach, you still want a little bit of muscle, at least, to fill out a t-shirt and look good.
Here he is.
Yeah, I need one of those. The boss.
Paris the man.
Good morning, bit of work done. Calls. Did that filming for you guys just there. Hopefully goes down well. Very, very shortly going to get out, hit these intervals that were meant to be part of the double day yesterday, but circumstances didn't allow it. So getting it done today. Going to head to Vicky Park because it's close, it's easy. Just do a few twat laps of the park, as I like to call them. Got some solid intervals today, which I'll explain when I get there. Something that I think is really key as well to take note of when you're training towards a goal, like I'm training towards the sub-19 5K and getting stronger in my lifts, is to really know that you can have the perfect week planned out and think that, okay, everything's going to go to plan. Usually, it's not the case. Things come up that will knock you off track. Like, I didn't do my intervals yesterday when they were planned, but just about to do them now. And I think that's a key mindset of having the adaptability and not thinking that, okay, if I'm not perfect with my routine, my structure and everything, that you're a failure. Because I know I slipped into that mindset in the past, and I know that is a mindset that a lot of guys that I've spoken to struggle with. Don't be tied to one way of doing something. Having said that, right now I'm going to give you a rough weekly structure to help you program all these things together and implement some strength training into your week as well as your running. Again, it does always depend. You've got to look at first, what is your goal? What's the main outcome you want and why? And then we can reverse engineer the training, the sessions for that. A weekly structure could look like hit an easy run, start the week nice, head into it 30 to 60 minutes, easy zone 2 work if you know your heart rate zones. Tuesday, you can hit your first workout, lower body strength work. Again, if running is your main focus, keep this to 45, 60 minutes. 3, 4, 5 exercises, that's all you need. Get a good dose and crack on from there. Wednesday, have as a rest day to recover from the run and the strength work. Thursday, your tempo or threshold run, just to work that slightly different energy system and to help you get faster by running more. And also that tempo threshold work really, really helps you to push your edge and really buffer that lactate. Friday, we can use as an upper body and a core day. So you're hitting everything across the week once each. The other option is you could do 2 full body days, depending on what your preferences are. And again, what you are specifically wanting to achieve, which is why we always start there. Then Saturday or Sunday, we'll hit your long run. So longer, depending on the goal that you're working towards. As an example, we could hit 8K, 10K, 12K, 16, 20, whatever goal you're working towards, we can build up to that longer run being that. If you are a runner or someone who wants to run and work on their strength and muscle at the same time, or you've been neglecting your strength work, this is your sign to start, get going. To make it easy for you, if you want, I've put together a resource called the Lean and Athletic Blueprint, which will help you do all this with a free template that you can grab, use, steal. All right, so we're in Vicky Park. Usually this is a track session, but I can't get on the tracks a lot of late in the summer. It's booked up and doesn't really work on the days that I want to do intervals. So today is going to be laps around the park, and we've got this new, opened this week actually, on Wednesday, bit of an outdoor calisthenics park, which looks pretty cool. You can see it over here. Good to get some pull-ups on there at some point. We shall see. But yeah, so we've got today, we have broken miles, they're called. So we've got one set, 1,600 meters, 2 minutes rest, 2 lots of 800 meters, 90 seconds rest between each, 4 lots of 400 meters with a minute rest in between each, and 8 lots of 200 meters with 30 seconds rest. So it's going to be pretty spicy. Got to push the pace each set, and we're working towards working from goal 5k pace, 3:45 minute kilometers, and building from there. So let's see how we go. All right, that says done with the intervals. Tell you what, I was fucking hot today. Ran out of steam very quickly, but always fun. Training in the heat gets you prepared. Yeah, all done. Walking home with a lovely little bike, if you can see it. Don't think you can. Peace.